Krakow. You can sort of feel it. Everyone has been waiting for this particular game. Obviously, it'll be tomorrow when Virtus Pro play that you could definitely expect the arena to erupt as well. I'm looking forward to that. I'm just waiting for that game too against North. We'll have to wait a whole day for it.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, first thing to start us off, but that will be a fantastic way to start, won't it? I mean, Virtus Pro versus North. That's an excellent match as well. And on home turf for VP, they've made it, Anders. They made it out of the groups. Yeah. They're in the playoffs.
Oh, but they didn't just look it out, in my opinion. They looked so sharp. Like, they looked really on point. So many of them, especially waking up, and everyone has been playing so well on that team. I've got pretty high hopes for VP at this particular tournament. They look like they're ready for it. So, I mean, the thing that we don't know is how much will Astralis have improved on this map, because there was a while where they sort of tried to avoid playing it. They weren't really big fans of it, and it seems like they've sort of been incorporating it a bit more recently, trying to see if they can play it every once in a while. And yeah, I could see this being sort of a bit of a sleeper map for Astralis, where maybe they've actually done a bit more work than maybe people expect and guess.
Well, I mean, this is what we were talking about coming into the tournament, right? Astralis declining to attend Cologne so they could have more time to boot camp and prepare and get rested up. Whereas SK, they've been on the road for a month plus by now, just event after event. I mean, it's been good for their wallets. They've been dominating everything. They've made a lot of prize money, but there is a chance that Astralis have a lot more to go off of when preparing their game plan, whereas there is a bit of a question mark here for SK Gaming, and that's been kind of the case throughout this tournament. Teams like Gambit, etc. Gambit just beat Fnatic, but they were a bit of a question mark as well coming into it, where you're not quite sure. You haven't seen them attend as many LANs, and so what's the level you can expect to get there? And so this is two strategies, tournament strategies that are also coming to a head. SK, who attend everything, Astralis, who are much more picky and choosy.
Yeah, you're very right, and I think we mentioned this before, but also that whole decision from Astralis will be judged based on whether or not they can make it far in this tournament. I don't think quarterfinals is anywhere near enough for this team. They expect obviously to make the grand finals and maybe even win it.
Exactly.
So a lot of sacrifice has been made on that front, and they're taking their time as well, but they seem like they're in the final stage of the huddle here, so very excited to get this game underway. And it is only the second quarterfinals. There's a whole other map coming up, or a game coming up after this one as well. That's also going to be very exciting. I look forward to seeing Big on the big stage.
Hey, I see what you did there.
That's very good.
Played. Absolutely. It is going to be like 2 long days of CS. 3 best-of-3s today, 3 best-of-3s tomorrow, because we'll have both semifinals after the quarterfinal between Virtus Pro and North as well. And so, you've got Gambit waiting there in the semis. Now we're going to find out which of these 2 legendary teams are going to make it through. We've got the vote to start things off here, going through with the players. SK have been sitting and waiting patiently this entire time, while Astralis took their sweet time with the huddle. But now we have to get into it, boys. This is enough delay. I think everybody's been waiting quite a bit now for this match to start.
Yeah, got 6 out of 10 votes in to start the match. They're all sat down, and we're all patiently waiting at this point here. Can't be much longer. Sonic standing behind him. It's a bit of a shame that he's locked inside a booth, because outside of it, you can hear him shouting quite a while away. He's very loud on that team whenever they went around. He's getting into it, so maybe he could be that 6th man on the roster, trying to bring up the team spirit in case they, start to lack a little bit, which could definitely happen against a team like SK. Cash coming up first, and let's see how it goes here. Just a couple of more seconds, and we're just patiently waiting here on the edge to bring this map to a beginning. And I think they did just pass the vote, so we're within striking distance now, ladies and gentlemen. It can't be much longer.
I like it with both of these teams facing each other as well, because we are going to get that best-of-3, but nothing was perfect for them in the group stage either. Both of them dropped the map. Both of them got their reality check early, where they're not invincible. They realized, Astralis themselves had to beat Fnatic 16-14, so they naturally cut it close there. And so they had some checks, some body checks where it's like, okay, we are not gods fully. We are at risk still. We need to zero in and focus up for these games. And so right now they're going to be going at it together at their peaks. They've already had the flukes. Now they can get into it and really focus, because they know everything is on the line here.
And if you're at home watching, and maybe this is your first Counter-Strike tournament, someone talked you into joining and checking it out, and you're in control yourself, you've got to spend some time at least watching Cold Zero play, because he may well be the best player in the world. So you've got to definitely do that. And if you're looking for someone on the Danish side, probably take a look at Device and see how he plays. Both these players on LAN in big tournaments just have an outstanding record. So it'd be worth watching one of those 2 for sure, as we do get the game underway. We have the countdown at 15 seconds. So here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Astralis versus SK Gaming. Make some noise, Krakow! Yes, and it's going to be on cash first. Astralis starting on the CT side and SK Gaming on the terrorist side. And quite a bit of utility being picked up for the Brazilian side, which is very exciting. That Molotov could do so much damage on the A-bomb side, except for the fact that Astralis are playing a retake. They're not actually occupying the bomb side right now, Selma. They're just saying, you can get the bomb down and we'll do the retake. Risky move. Let's see how it plays out.
They have to have faith in their shots, Anders. That's what it's all going to come down to for them. They need to just be able to hit him. And Zipnix, he will have the angle here to just put exactly a couple of shots through randomly. He's going to be watching from Squeak as well. And the teammates are going to start rotating over here to back up the Danish defense. But that bomb is going to get planted in just a moment's time. And sure enough, now SK need to set up to hold on. It's all about the table switching now. SK on the defense and Astralis need to make this retake happen.
Oh, it's going to take quite a while for them to get here. Dupree was still in the B bomb side when the bomb was planted in A. Fallen, moving forward a little bit from the Molotov that came in. Great headshot from Glaive to start off and taking down Fallen first. Flashed, and here comes the whole Astralis team. Taking one, Glaive with another one, and Sip with a shot, taking down Phelps. Now it's on Cold. 1 versus 3. He gets the one. The bomb's being defused behind him. He has to fight. He gets one. And oh my god, the defuse is in. Out of bullets and out of shots. And Astralis, they're going to pick up the first pistol round. Well, that's the level we want right off the bat, Semler.
They do not disappoint. And you know, when it's Cold, the last man alive, this guy, he is in peak shape, Anders. He's been dropping 30 bombs all group long. He is a terror. And the last time Astralis played against him, he dropped 35 kills in 24 rounds. Astralis just shaking their heads, laughing. How do you play against this guy? A split second away from saving it there for SK Gaming and securing the pistol round. But instead, it's Astralis, the Danes, who will be starting off with the goodbye here. They have the rifles, but so do SK, Anders. So do SK.
An absolute sign of what's to come here. You said maybe Cold Sierra wouldn't be respecting them too much. He'd try and sort of roll in here and just establish some dominance, and shows that SK definitely have that sort of mindset. If they can just crack the Danes early on, break their spirits, then yeah, maybe they're going to go right through to the semi-final. Certainly the AK, the UMP, very aggressive buy. Traditionally, if you get that bomb plant down with the pistol, you wait until the third round, then you buy our rifles on everybody. SK have gone for a much more aggressive style. It'd be interesting to see how that plays out. They are not as fast as maybe you could have hoped for here, but then again, with more than a minute, they could afford to maybe let Phelps find an opening, or one of the Deagles.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, we've seen Cold, the triple kill versus Astralis as well with the Deagle. The guy can definitely hit headshots. The 1 Deags are true, but right now, SK have done a very good job of maintaining nade control. Look at this. They still have 4 smokes to work with, the flashes and the HEs, whereas Astralis, they no longer have anything to really buy time with apart from the flashes. So it's going to come down to the anti-flashes, and we'll see if they can make them count.
Sip doing his best to try and avoid any flashbangs in the corner. He's going to go for the peek. He's right into a grenade, and Taco's going to run him down. He's out to Cold Sierra, and that's a perfect opening for the Brazilian side. 3 kills, only 1 of them returned, and Glaive and Device, unless they get very fast kills here, it isn't worth it. It's better to just save the rifles for the upcoming round. They're going to put 1 Molotov in that might catch them a kill, but it still leaves Glaive in a 1 versus 3, and he's in a terrible position right here. Without the grenades, without the kit, it's almost impossible, and now he's shot in the face as well. No head armor, so that does a tremendous amount of damage, and Fallen will take him down. SK strike right back. Brilliant play.
Very clean. You saw that the timings on the flashes. Astralis, we saw a little bit of this from them on Inferno, where they had really paced out the flashes and covered everything. Their nade game is so strong right now, but we just got an example from SK that they certainly can coordinate well together. That was perfect. The fact that you turned back into a flash after dodging the first one, it couldn't have gone better. And Taco, of course, leading the way for SK Gaming. 1-1. And well, it will be the 4th spy here from Astralis, but I'm pretty sure that they wish they had those 2 rifles to work with here. Still, you know, I guess Glaive is trying to make a power play, trying to show that we're not going to run away, or that we're going to fight you, but that is going to cost them here, Astralis.
Well, absolutely, the energy for both teams is going to be high very early on in this game, but if you keep forcing and you keep running out of money, then, you know, the team spirit will sort of drop over time, and Astralis, I think, are just trying to get the most out of the early energy here in the match and try and see if they can maybe power it back. They do have 3 Deagles and 1 P250 there and a scout on Device, so they absolutely have some very capable Deagle players. Both Kirby and Dupree in the past have hit some really incredible shots, so now would be a good time to do that. You don't want to let SK get the early lead here.
All right, well, Dupree knows the game is up. He's going to have to worry about getting out of here intact. Luckily for him, nobody waiting for him in B halls to take advantage of him dropping out of vents, but Device is scouted up, and yep, there's the one tag. Phelps already down to 30 HP. And that's what you have to worry about when you're running up against these scouts. They do so much damage.
And now they're going to be careful. Make a plan and just go for it. That's a nice amount of damage there. Device very nearly taken out. And they've got them in control here. SK don't really seem panicked to me at all. It feels like they are working as a unit and making sure that they don't give anything up easily. So even the damage on Phelps there is going to be fine. Now they just need to actually get onto a site. There's 30 seconds left. And there are still 2 and actually 3 members, including the scout, covering this A entrance. So careful now, SK.
Or you can just hit an amazing shot on Device. Zipnix up close will take down Fur. So they are making this expensive. 15 seconds left in the round, and they are running out of space here, SK. Gaming gets the drop on Taco, and SK Gaming getting the door shut on them. 4 players still in this for Astralis. Thank you. We'll take our rivals back.
Well, that's almost unbelievable. You have to admire the lineup shot from Kirby with the second deal kill there. It is not easy, and again, you're playing on a stage that's being actually surrounded by the entire audience here. Yeah, definitely you can miss shots like that, but that was very well done on his part. And SK just not getting the right coordination. The pinch between highway and main here is supposed to be more effective. It's supposed to be Kirby dead with no chance to reply, and it's very well done.
And the nades, there were still nades to play there for SK Gaming. They still had smokes, they still had flashes, and instead they just ran onto the site. Didn't use one. That definitely comes back to haunt them, but Zipnix trying to go aggressive A main takes a lot of damage. He's down to half HP already. Going for the aggro play, trying to stumble SK Gaming over on this side of the map, but that certainly cost him, and Kirby as well. So SK, they can probably use that information later on here. They've gone for the force again, SK Gaming, no surprise there. This is going to turn into that slugger match and a trade instantly. But the bomb has been spotted here for Astralis, and Dupree rotating over Device as well.
Nobody wants to bend early on. 4th round, that AK on Fur. He's such an aggressive player. Maybe he's the one to find the opening. Still got plenty of time here, so if Astralis make a mistake and go for any kind of a peek, he can crack the round right open. Hiding way back, trying to stay out of the line of sight. Dupree will win the fight against Fur, and that's definitely important. Now things become very tricky for SK. They don't have a lot left, and they're also low on grenades here.
Runs over though, Phelps trying to pick up that AK. See if he can find it. Exactly, not going to happen. Dupree uses it as bait. Does a whole lot of damage to Phelps, who has to back off. And they're getting picked off right now, SK Gaming, and once again they're running out of time. We're getting to that 30-second mark, and they are no closer to getting onto a bomb site. Device at car with the incendiary as well. We'll see where he decides to put that in, and if it will help, exactly, there it is, to buy even more time. Oh wait, never mind, he messed it up.
But it was a good idea. Definitely would have caused a lot of trouble. 18 seconds left. Let's see what SK can do here with just a couple of pistols. Dupree will take one, kill it. Kirby to follow it up, and they shut the round down nicely on the Danish side. Importantly, they don't lose any more rifles here, so it seems like a temporary moment of tranquility has sort of risen in the middle of this match, or at least at the beginning of it. Astralis now 3-1, SK a bit out of money, so just a deep breath. I don't think SK are going to be bothered at all. I think they're just going to say, yeah, well, we tried and it didn't work. Now we'll just wait one round and then we're right back.
Exactly. I'd like to see a hard eco out of SK Gaming, actually. Just save as much money as possible for the 6th round when you will be able to buy, maybe get an AWP into play, right? These are the sorts of things that you're looking for right now on SK Gaming's side. Astralis, though, full bot, and the nades going out already. So no problems here for them, and this should be one of those rounds where Astralis just survive with 4.
Oh, it's going to be the run boost close to Device. This could get a bit interesting. Trying to turn back, but they're going to be right on him. He gets run over. Taco with the kill. Glaive in so much trouble. SK Gaming, did they catch the right moment? Fur going to be able to take down Glaive, and now they've got to be very careful here. They got to go for the 3 versus 4 retake and really think this through, Astralis. Oh, nice grenade. The grenades are really helping out Astralis here. Another Molotov is going to do an incredible amount of damage.
Yeah, Zipnix, we'll see when he decides to put that through, and sure enough, it's going to land right on top of him. Phelps might be out of harm's way here, and he's got the angle, looking for it, spots the man coming up on high, and Fur taking a little bit of damage, but they are getting tossed into the fire here. Phelps, though, wins the duel versus Zipnix, maintaining the man advantage for SK Gaming, and Astralis, they might be a little bit worried. Kirby not even going to be allowed to back out. 2nd round on the board for SK Gaming, and it's a hard eco win. Astralis, you're kicking yourself. You are kicking yourself right now.
Well, that's actually unforgivable. Because I think SK, the run boost is, you're not deciding that run boost saying maybe we win the round. You're just saying maybe we get close to someone holding there and then we get a kill and then we're pretty much in a good position, right?
Yeah.
Then we're pretty happy. The fact that they managed to run over the whole bomb site and win the round is just incredible. And Astralis definitely should have been playing better there. I wonder if Device, he was the first man in, if he didn't hear the drop from the run boost.
He saw it coming. The thing is, it's like he should have stood his ground.
Yeah, like
that's where you got to wonder. Like, play scared against a team like SK, they will take advantage.
It's like backing off is one thing, but backing off with your back turn seems like madness, you know? Like, at least be able to return the fire. Bit of a boost attempt, I think, for Dupree and Glaive. They were just waiting and trying to see if they could get that done, and they get caught in the middle of it.
Well, that's unfortunate. This is a force fight for Astralis. We've got the hero AWP on Device, but now he's going to be playing very carefully. Odds of them winning this round have shot down for Astralis. And so when you put all your money into that AWP, you want to put yourself in positions where you can back out safely. The only issue is that Fur might have something to say about that. This is going to be nasty. Does he look left? Yes, he does. Easiest shot of his life.
No,
he's going for the knife.
Oh, he shouldn't. He definitely shouldn't. He's waiting for the bomb to get over to B. Like, going for the knife round would be a huge mistake for him.
Of course. But one can always dream, Anders. Come on.
I mean, you've got to think that if he did that, he would have lost his mind just a little bit. A grenade onto Fur. Sip going to be going down as well. Great execute and nice push there from Fur. Something that we sort of identify with his play style. That's what we want to see, being the aggressive player and getting in behind the enemy line. The money there for Astralis not looking good, so this game is just evolving in a really unexpected way right now.
Well, they're so even. They are so even. I made the joke earlier, it's 2014, but it does feel like it, right? 4 spies back and forth, refusing to bend, refusing to break, and just constantly going into the fight. It's only now that Astralis have to go for the hard eco, right? Very little money spent in the round, trying to save up for the next one. I mean, this is what I want to see out of both of these teams. Chaotic CS. It doesn't need to be clean. It just needs to be exciting.
Well, they've got a bit of control, actually pretty much just the default spread here from SK to make sure that there's no crazy push going on. There is Sip and Kirby with a little bit of a play over here, but Taco will be definitely checking this. I can't see him not checking this corner against Kirby. Kirby somehow realizing, could have got the jump home in there. That was a bit scary.
Yeah, there was definitely a chance. A little bit of a shake your head moment there if you're Kirby. You had him dead to rights, but it's still a hard eagle. You can kind of just write this one off. Although, sick shot from Dupree with the dig.
Yeah, that's going to slow SK down a bit. Hopefully not as much as the last round. And now, instead, they've got Fur creeping up the speedway towards the A bomb side, which is what you'd want him in that aggressive position. Device is pretty much triangulated by 3 of the SK players, so I don't see a happy ending for him here. He's going to be going down to Fur. Really, really good coordination, and Glaive and Dupree now just looking for the last couple of kills that they can maybe get in this round, but SK going back to pick up the bomb. Oops, Fur's crouched in. Dupree looking for the headshot. Oversteps to Master Bit, and he goes down. Glaive next, and that's SK Gaming picking up yet another round and making it 4-3.
And that's such an important round for SK Gaming, keeping 4 players alive. You can see the impact that this is having on their economy now. 2 guys, full bot, floating around 9,000. They actually nearly have the exact same amount of money, 9,550. And so you have a good bank to work with. Cold up at nearly 9K as well. So right now there's very little pressure on SK Gaming's shoulders. They have an economy to build with. They have everything they need in this round. Fallen has got his AWP, and they're probably going up against another round of eco. Triple HEs here, straight into mid for Astralis, and none of them connect.
Yeah, it's a fairly small investment, so makes sense for them to try something. Again, only pistols here and no armor, so SK giving even more breathing room here right now is very good for them, and their economy most certainly probably going to give them a bit of a lead. The bomb is down, but there is a bit of backup here, and Fallen, he'll claim it right back, which is important. But even if they didn't have Fallen there, they could probably still retake the bomb. I don't see any world in which Astralis can hold that, even though it's a bit comfortable for a moment.
Oh yeah, Zipnix has already rotated over. Glaive looks like he might be heading over towards that A site to help out Dupree. Try and get those semi-stack going over here towards A. But SK, they're taking their time with this. They are not rushing. They need to figure out on the B site first and foremost if this is a stack for Astralis. before fully committing. But it looks like Taco over on Squeak. Caught that bit of a diversion, and once again Dupree. Phelps just a split second too late to stop his teammate from getting his head ripped off.
Oh, the timing here for Glaive. Looks like Fur managed to turn around, but Glaive was definitely thinking about it for a moment. Crosshair is right on him. The smoke fades, and so does Glaive's chances to live. Sid now with a 1 versus 3, and he's going to be going down. Just stellar work from Fur. He looks very tuned in. He's got just, 10 kills at this point in time. Looking godlike. 5-3. And moving into the 9th round here, we've got Astralis finally with more money to buy, but SK fans are getting fired up here in Krakow.
Yeah, we've got the chant coming in now, and well, we need the Danish fans in the hall to start making some noise here for Astralis. You got to give them their energy, because right now they need it. The full buy coming through here for Astralis, and we will have that op v op battle. Fallen heading over towards the B halls, but the Vice will be heading to the opposite side of the map, and so we'll see who's going to find the first pick and who goes aggressive. Like the Vice was thinking about it for a second there if he wanted to go towards Squeak Door, but it's going to be delayed into it, and Taco's close enough to hear that. Does not fall for the trap.
A bit scary. He's got to be careful because you can shoot right through that wall, which is actually what Device is trying to do. Taco alone. There's no one in main right now that can draw any attention away from him, so it's kind of difficult for him to get anything much done here. Falling back and, again,
the timing.
The wall bangs going both ways.
I thought Device was about to pull the trigger there. That would have been sick. Instead, just a little bit of a skirmish, some damage exchanged, and pretty even across the board here for both of these teams. And Astralis, they've done a fantastic job managing their nades. Still have so much to work with, and we just passed the minute mark. You still have 5 incendiaries up on Astralis. This is perfect. SK Gaming, they should be hard-pressed now to actually get into a site with all of this gear that Astralis have to work with.
You can tell that these teams have a lot of respect for each other right now. They're really slowing it down, SK here. They don't want to make any mistakes at all. Carefully measuring out all the information that they get and trying to figure out where's the weak point on the map. Now Fur going to go for a bit of a mid-action here. He's got the full wall of smokes in front of him, and he's going to go and check out vents, trying to see if he can make some noise, cause a bit of a distraction, but it looks like it'll be a crunch again up the highway towards the A-bomb side, and Phelps trying to see if he can make his way in. He's very close. This is such a dangerous position. This could get very bad for the Danish side. Sip will get 1 kill, but there's a great double return. Zero and Fur getting a bit back. Cherry out in the open. Oh, Device is there with a diagonal line to take down Fallen. That might have saved the round. 7 seconds left, and they're trying to get in. Device jumping right on top of Cold Zero, and there's no time for the bomb part here. Fur goes down, and the clock runs out. Device with a triple, and Astralis, they're going to win the round, but that could have gone either way.
With so little time to work with, but again, there we go. I heard him. I heard him. There's the Astralis chat.
Well then, 4-5 the scoreline. How are SK getting that far up the highway every time? That has to be a sign of trouble for Astralis. I think Device actually realizes that he's not straight hitting the ground, which you would dropping off the E-box. I think that's actually what tipped him to the fact that someone was there. Like, wait a minute.
That's just instinct. The Device, this time around, it's not going to work. Goes for the peek through Squeak Door. Taco with the headshot. Phelps is there to take down Kirby and mid. And just like that, the span of 5 seconds, we've got a huge advantage now for SK Gaming in the round. Good nades as well here for SK Gaming, and really now this is about just slowing it down, forcing Astralis to be the ones to make the play here. And there we go, the SK Gaming fans starting to wake up here in the stadium. Double AWP in play, perhaps. Taco trying to manage that so that there's no chance that Zipnix can get over here and pick up the op. I like that. Good awareness. When you've got the time and you've got the map control, might as well mess with your opponents just a little bit more.
It's good. It's a good play from Sip to go into main, but they made so much noise doing it that right on the other side, Coles here will have heard the flashbang and the peak, so he knows that they've got the information that no one is in main right now, and that's really good for SK Gaming. Now they can sort of slowly start to with the back here, and you see Astralis on the minimap reacting to the no A main peak. They're going to gravitate towards B, and that's a big mistake. Sip goes down. I think Cold Zero just probably heard enough noise then to be able to call the rest of the round for SK Gaming. Very well done. Glaive and Dupree going to have to fall back. They were already headed over here, and that's just very interesting. Essentially some misinformation for Astralis, but you know, that happens, and this time it's definitely going to cost them the round. 6-4 in favor of SK Gaming. Again, their economy looking much better now, and Astralis, they don't really have much except these rifles.
Yeah, I would actually like to see the 4 players from SK Gaming out and hunting these guys right now. We have 3 of them who are closing in on the B site. Cold just checking T-spawn along with Taco, making sure that nobody can get towards that bomb. But with the money that SK Gaming have, I mean, they can afford to give up a few of these rifles to shut down these Astralis players, and it looks like they thought that they went into CT spawn. That's not going to be the case. Now Fallen, you're running out of time here.
Yeah, a bit of a shame for SK Gaming. It's nice when you can get those rifles away in the last couple of seconds, but seems like Astralis are going to be fairly safe. No reason really to peek that either. Be very careful. And there it is, 6-4. SK Gaming taking the lead here in map 1 of the second quarterfinals, and they are looking, again, very good, and you have to worry about the fact that Fur is this high on the scoreboard. He's 12-1-6 as a scoreline. He's got a 2.0 kill death ratio. That's a bit rough. That's much to deal with.
Throughout the groups, Cold sucked a lot of the oxygen out of the room. I mean, when the guy's dropping multiple 30 bombs, it's kind of hard to like pay attention to everybody on the team. But Fur is right up there with Cold in questions of consistency. He always turns up. He rarely, if ever, has an off day. And so it's just like you give the chance for Fur to work a little bit, and this is what he's capable of. He will also take over. And so Astralis right now, they're going for a timeout just because they need to start figuring out, right, okay, so we went aggressive. That didn't work. How do we adjust here? Is it going to be a B hulls push? Is that what's going to come up here next for Astralis? It's not something that they've really done yet in this half, and so they can try and change up and throw something new at SK Gaming. They still have the money. They went for a force buy.
But so many of these rounds from the Brazilian side have started off with just defaults, where they spread out, they look for the Astralis players, they make sure that no one is pushing anywhere. We saw how Device got caught over by Squeak, by Taco. They're doing something similar almost every round, so there really aren't that many opportunities for Astralis, I think, to throw in anything crazy. It looks like they may have wanted to go for a boost in middle. And that could be interesting. There are people watching on the other side. Fur is sort of lingering around that area, but yeah, this is where they got caught the last time, and it seems like they just want to try and see if they can take maximum advantage. Normally, people try and move on from that boost. If he's just going to stay there, that's going to be a huge off angle for SK Gaming. I don't see them really seeing this coming.
Absolutely, no, this could board perfectly, but Device, he's getting flanked because Cold Zero's already cleared out so much of the B site, down to 7 HP Device, and that is going to prompt a rotation coming through. Kedby and Zipnik's already backing off towards CT spawn. I mean, Device has to call for some backup. He is so low.
Fallen wants him to do that. You can see he's setting up for the rotation. He's thinking, yes, yes, come help out your wounded teammate, and I'm here with the ult to snipe you out. Down to 50 seconds. Let's see if this boost is going to work out. Glaive, timing is everything. His teammate's going to get one. He just runs in there, and that's going to be traded quick by Fallen. That might have been a bit drastic. Dupree goes down, and now things are looking much better for SK Gaming in the B bomb side. Device on almost no health at all, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He actually gets a kill on one, and Sip is there to try and follow it up. Fur goes down again. 30 seconds left now. It's a 2-on-2, and Device doing so much work. Another headshot coming in, and Taco goes down. Device on just 7 health gets a quad kill to save the round for his team. Come on, man. How do they not clear the bomb side of him?
Turns out that Astralis have got some star power too. Cold, you've been put on notice. Device is here to play. Didn't go well for him in the last round, but here he plays that angle perfectly, going for the wall bangs instead of trying to face it straight up. And that just totally shuts down SK Gaming. SK, they're going to be frustrated because they knew they had that round in the bag.
Yes.
So it looks like we actually have another timeout getting called here.
Maybe on the technical side here. But I mean, I guess that sort of makes up for the previous run where the run boost cleared out the B bomb side and they ended up winning the round. SK now we're sort of getting a bit more even now. It's impossible to say what the sort of balance is on a map like this when you've got sort of the 2 best teams in the world fighting. We've seen in the past very many times that the T side can get quite a few rounds and still have a hard time closing out the game. Although I think SK are going to be lethal on the CT side. I think they're going to be a very good team. So I'm not actually that worried for them. I think as long as no one runs away and gets like, you know, I guess 10 or 11 wouldn't be possible, but 11, you know, 10 rounds or more on this first half, it's still a pretty open competition between these teams. So right now, we're heading for a great map 1, I would say.
Well, there's the golden opportunity now for Astralis. This technical timeout, I mean, they're not allowed to communicate. They can't really use this as a tactical timeout where they can discuss what they want to do in the next round, but it does allow them to actually sit and breathe a little bit and get centered up again, get focused, because their economy is on the line here, Anders. You were mentioning 10 rounds. Definitely possible for SK if they win this next round, because then Astralis are going to be back at pistols, and it's going to get ugly for them. And you do not want to be letting SK Gaming get into double digits in the first half. You need to finish this at 8-7 in this half, get it real close, and then win the pistol round in the second half here if you're Astralis.
A good sign for all involved is the fact that there's nobody on the scoreboard right now that's completely dropped off. We see that sometimes where one player will just have a very hard time getting into, they're not really feeling it. There's no one like that. I mean, Fallen's a bit lower than everyone else, but they're not really much lower, and he's also doing a fair bit of the calling, so that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, there hasn't been much aggression in B Halls, right? He keeps going over to B Halls with that AWP to camp, and well, Astralis are just not really giving him anything to work with over there. So sadly for him, a lot of the action has been happening over on A.
That happens every once in a while. Game will start in just a couple of seconds here. Technical timeout, then that'll happen. 10 computers, headsets, mice, keyboard, a lot of individual components that can get messed up.
Absolutely. Drivers, the whole kit and caboodle. It is actually a bit of the lucky draw, right? You know, if you're going to have a tournament that goes off without a hitch, or if you're going to have a tournament where all of a sudden, oh, the driver disappeared. Great. Now we need to go through the checklist and figure out what went wrong. But thankfully we have some excellent admins here at PGL, and they're going to be figuring it out fairly quickly here.
In fact, I think they may already have. They just were looking for the resume. So 15 seconds on the countdown, and we are going to get back into it here. 6-5. And the audience still with us, very excited. We're going to get back into it. Still the first half of this best of 3. But let's get this show on the road. Astralis, they're 1 round behind. The SK Gaming can still buy. They still have a pretty good economy, and if they can crack it open once again, Astralis are going to be in a lot of trouble here. They seem so focused on the Brazilian side, but oh wow! Device takes that kill against Fallen, who might have been looking for a different angle there.
I think he's caught off guard by just how quick Device is out there. Fallen is definitely looking for the man coming from connector towards short, and instead Device is already there. Even blind, Device hits the shot. No worries at all here for Astralis in this round. They've got the man advantage now. And Device continues to try and control mid here for his team. The rest of his teammates have spread out. 2-1-2 setup for Astralis. We'll see how that plays off. There's no reason for them to go aggressive on either of the sites now. It's really just Device who's going to be able to take a little bit of a risk here and hang around in mid.
And they got that boost, the silent boost onto the box in A-bomb side. They actually made no noise coming up here, so SK might still check it, but they have no audio information that they should. Whereas sometimes we'll see a bit more noise with the run boost and stuff like that. In that case, Taco, who's still playing that squeak door, would have been able to get something going. Now we're down to 50 seconds and the grenades are starting to rain in. More of them coming through. Kievu getting the first kill. Not carrying the bomb. That's Feltz going down. Kievu again trying to see if he can hero his way down. Looking for more sprays. He's almost out of bullets, and Cold will get 1 kill, but Kievu is still alive long enough for Device to get the kill on Taco, and that leaves Cold Sierra. And he may well be the best player in the world, but 1 versus 4 with this little time left, it's almost impossible. He's going to get Device first, but now 1-on-3.
What was that from Device? Just going for the hero plays. I mean, it's still a 1-on-3, so he's pretty confident in his teammates' abilities here. And it looks like Cold Zera going to try and play a little bit with the AWPs. Unfortunately for him, not expecting Dupree to hit the flank. And there will be no joy for SK Gaming in this round. Kievu played that masterfully. You have to give it to him. In the big games, you often speak of Dupree, you speak of Device. Device, one of the best players in the world. But Kievu, he's a stage player, Anders. He shows up when his team need him most. We saw it at the Majors and E-League, and we're seeing it again here now. That was a key round and a big win for the young gun.
Device was actually flashed as well for that kill, so that makes it even worse in some ways for Fallen. If he ever goes back and watches the demo, that's going to be very upsetting. It ties up the scoreline at 6-6 moving into the 13th round, and now SK still able to buy, but this time it's a lot less impressive. We got the Galil, we got limited grenades on the Brazilian side, trying to make sure that Astralis don't actually run away with this first half. If they get up to 9 rounds, that would be quite impressive. And it seems like they're still just looking for a bit of map control, walking around, trying to see if they can find an opening somewhere.
Taking a little bit more time here. I mean, Taco is really just set up shop over there by Squeak Door. That is his turf. There, round after round. It seems like that is the key part of the game plan here for SK Gaming. Have him over here so that they can later on rotate over towards A if they need to, exactly opening the Squeak Door, making a little bit of noise. But everybody is here for SK Gaming this time, and it is going to be the push straight out onto the side. Fallen not wasting any time at all, and he wins the key duel versus Hypnix as well. But Device is there to trade, takes down Fur.
Storm side. So good grenades coming in right now from SK Gaming. Oh my god! Device gets that kill. The leg is in, and Kjaerbye to follow it up. Now things are looking good for the Danish side. They got the 4-1-2, and SK in a lot of trouble here. Kjaerbye gets a kill, and they take down Taco as well. Device, an absolute champion. Grenades raining in right next to his face. He almost has no chance of making it out, and he does anyway.
Puts him up onto 13 frags, tied up with Fur. Fur had the strong start, but we're seeing Cold and Fur versus Kjaerbye and Device. Some of the best CS possible right here on the server, live from Krakow. And Astralis come out ahead, 7-6 now in the half, and now it's possible to get that 9-6 finish here for Astralis.
Yes, it absolutely is. I want to know how close that shot, the leg shot, was to hitting Taco behind him, because it was the exact same lineup.
The collateral,
yeah,
would have been sick.
Someone go and check the demo and find that out. That has to be known. Fallen there, sneaking in and taking down Kjaerbye. That's a good start here. SK, they've done it before, and maybe they could do it again. Fallen looking for the shot and doing a lot of damage, but he can't get the kill on Sipper. Instead now, Taco is going to be going down. That was a bit too close.
Yeah, the recovery
for my
there.
taste.
2 body shots and zip down to 9 HP, but Device was there to watch his back. The follow-up there for Fallen was not possible when his teammates are dropping like 9 pins behind him. 8-6. Astralis, they've nearly done it, but SK Gaming after that round of eco, they've got the AKs to go into it, and now we have to see, are we going to see a change of pace from SK Gaming? We've seen a lot of slow rounds from them. Is it now at the end of the half where you decide to change it up and get out there?
15th round, ladies and gentlemen, 8-6, so let's see how this folds out. Where's that SK chant that we were hearing earlier? I feel like they're the ones right now who maybe need a bit of energy back, and their fans have gone a bit quiet towards the end of the first half. Felt trying to see if he could make his way in through the smoke, goes for the spray, but the pre is there. Great refrag coming in from Fur, and now Glaive trying to stay alive, but Fur won't have any of it. The Molotov to go into the sandbags, and Kjaerbye out in the open. Great play coming in from Fur, and Fallen to close it out, taking down Sip, leaving Device in a 1 versus 4 here. What an aggressive round where Fur is a champion.
Boom, there's the first one. You can see that one coming from a mile away. Not going to miss a shot like that, but Fur in connector, and it looks like he's wondering, Device, is this actually going to happen? Is he going to spot him out? Does he play this quiet enough? No. Right behind him, and Fur will get the shot, will get the drop, and it will be a 7th round for SK Gaming. 8-7 at the end of the first half here. And the players get a little bit of time to pause and consider if they want to take their time before getting into the second half pistol. But the chaotic mid, straight out into mid, long fight, early aggression, and SK, they come out ahead.
Yeah, look at all the work that Fur does. I mean, the 2 kills by the Molotov to force Kjaerbye out. I mean, he actually wins the entire mid fight. It's sort of incidental that it's someone else who gets the kill on Kjaerbye. It's obviously Fur who is the architect of it, so my god, what a first half for him. I mean, this is just out of control.
I just feel bad for Glaive. That is the worst spot to try and take a fight if you're Glaive. Yeah. I always feel like when your mouse is all the way up, like, oh, how do you do the aim? Nightmare.
Yeah, because you end up pivoting against the top of the cone essentially, so that's never a good time. 8-7, and the second half going to be coming up any second now. This could go anyway. I don't know how to call this one. This is going to be another brutal half coming in here. The resume has happened. We're going to be live in 18 seconds. Let's see what Astralis can get for us. We saw double smoke and a Molotov for SK when they were on the T side, and that was a very interesting approach. Certainly almost got the round. Cole was close to clutching it there, so we'll see if they could do something similar here, Astralis.
Well, the countdown has not begun.
Gotta be a reset.
Well, it looks like sometimes you have to go through with this. 700,000 fans tuning in to watch, guys. Spread the word. So sick that you are here for one of the very best CS matches possible between SK and Astralis, 2 of the top 3 teams in the world. Both of them major winners, and this is as good as it gets. So spread the word, get everybody in here. This is not a match you want to miss.
Yeah, one of the really classic matches or sort of duels that we've been having lately in Counter-Strike. The story between these 2 teams keeps evolving, and it's only going to get more interesting for sure. Here's another chapter of it, and we are back. Second half is live. Let's get some noise in the arena again. Krakow, second half coming up here. Astralis and SK Gaming, and let's see what the Brazilians can do. Grenade landing on Fur already, and he's trying to fall back behind the forklift, actually making his way quite far back, and Astralis look like they want a lot of speed behind this. There's a headshot from Fallen, looking for a bit more, still playing the angle, but he's going to go down through the smoke. Fur with 1 reflag, Is he going to have to do it all on his own here? It seems like he's got to get it right. It's going to have to be him. He's very low on health, and the flank is in as well. 3 versus 3.
They're so quick to get in here, SK Gaming. That flank is going to be key. Can Phelps find anything from it? Fur, doesn't matter if he's on 12 HP. Still finds the headshot versus Device, and Dupree not connecting. He's still alive, and he will eventually get the headshot on Cold, and even spots Phelps pushing as well. Key information, and a headshot helps as well. Dupree, the bomb, it is in a decent enough spot, and there's the tap from Fur, baiting the reaction. Dupree playing it perfectly, falling back, but he's not going to find the kill, and there will not be enough time here for this defuse, I don't think. It's going to be right on the edge. Not going to happen. ASTRALIS with the second half pistol, and Dupree did everything that was necessary there.
Yeah, but that's a heartbreaking moment for Fur. I mean, he should have been gone the second he was down to 12 health. Instead, he picks up a triple kill and almost defuses the bomb. How much does one man have to do to try and win this map for his team? He has got 19 kills, and he almost won that pistol round alone. This is nuts.
Before the bomb goes boom there, I think the fist bomb.
I don't know, man. This is shocking. Definitely one of those heartbreaking moments that can really take a lot of stress for a player. You know, that's got to be something where you feel like, I almost had it. Now ASTRALIS have got all the grenades, and they're going to use every single one to clear out this bomb side. Although SK are moving in, and let's not count them out yet. They're very good with the pistols. He has fallen trying to hit a headshot. Dupree's got 1 kill at least, and they're trying for the bomb plant. They're going to smoke it off to cover it, and Kjaerbye firing away. Last bullet, it seemed, to get the kill on Fallen, making it a 5 versus 3.
Phelps lurking around on the edge of the smoke, will not make it. And yeah, this is actually ASTRALIS pulling off a perfect anti-eco. And SK Gaming, I mean, they went for a different strategy here. From ASTRALIS, we saw force buys in the first half. From SK Gaming, you can see it's a bit of a half buy. Not everybody is investing in the Kevlar. Fallen prioritizing his money, certainly wants to get that AWP out as quickly as possible, but also to have more nades to work with. And so it seems like SK Gaming a little bit more comfortable here, willing to let ASTRALIS take the lead without so much of a fight.
Saving a CSAT and a Deagle, it might seem fairly insignificant, but in the hands of people like Zero and Taco, you really never know. Oh my god, they're going to find him in the end anyway? That's annoying.
He got spotted. Sadly, Device saw him go into the back corner. There's no getting away from it. Bonus $600 in Device's pocket. He's going to be happy about that. Gets him up to that AWP all the quicker. And well, now another round of eco here for SK Gaming. Not looking too happy about how things are going on here in the second half, but still early days, Anders. This is the first map of this best-of-3 quarterfinal, and ASTRALIS, they're only 3 rounds ahead. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
One hopes every day. 10-7 here. 3-round gap. Probably will be a 4th here unless SK can pull out some more of that Brazilian magic. Their Counter-Strike is some of the best in the world. Not just these guys, but Immortals too, still in the tournament, still fighting. And ASTRALIS going for, again, a lot of pace in these anti-eco rounds. They don't want to give SK much of a room to sort of move around and do anything. Using all the utility, the grenades and everything. Cold went down. Taco with a nice kill. Just hunting him down in the corner. And now for, oh my lord, what is happening? Gets a couple of headshots, and now it gets interesting.
Did they forget to plant the bomb at some point, ASTRALIS? That's kind of what you need to do here. Get that bomb ticking. Now Fur actually has time to work with. He's rotating around, playing the long game. Whereas Glaive is only just now going to get the plant. There's a chance here for Fur. Glaive might not be expecting him to be coming through in this direction. Instead, he might be expecting him from CT or short, and so this could be big here for Fur. Does he catch Glaive midair? Does he catch him unawares? Sure enough, but Glaive spots him, and the gig is up.
He doesn't have a kit. This is almost impossible. There is a gun right in front of him. He's going to pick up the MAC-10, making a bit of noise, and Glaive playing the time. This is very smart indeed. He just has to run, and time is going to run out. Fur will get a bullet to the face instead, and again, every single time there's something going on here for SK Gaming, it's Fur in charge of it. He's got just 21 kills in 17 rounds. I mean, 18 if you count this one. It's unbelievable.
I mean, this is what you expect to see, Anders. It really is kind of just like, who's going to turn up this game? Is it going to be Cold? Is it going to be Fur? Is it going to be Fallen? There's so much star power on both of these rosters. But here we go, we get into the thick of things, and this is interesting. The double up is possible for SK. It is one of the strategies that they've used in the past, but Taco will be the second op over on that A side for SK Gaming. Fallen with the op in mid. This is fun.
So much time, and ASTRALIS employing a very similar style as to the one that SK were using in the first half. Trying to make sure that there's not going to be anyone sneaking in from any corners. You could see he wants to take the fight. Fallen's actually standing in a spot where he can get just wall banged from Device instead. The Molotov going to be falling in to try and see if he can push him back, and now it's a waiting game. Who's going to lose the patience battle first? Going to be a bit of a grenade in, and Device. Oh, it's close. It's very close.
You just gotta grit your teeth and bear it. He's gonna spawn making an out. The Cold Zero is here, but the Molotov perfectly timed will fend him off. And all of this utility just feeding into this duel between the two offers. This is how you have to play it now. You need your teammates to set you up. Both of these teams perfect with their communication.
Look at how many grenades have been used just to push Fallen back. I mean, almost everything that ASTRALIS has, and they still haven't landed a shot on him. Now it's 30 seconds, and it's going to be the A-bomb side again up the speedway, just like SK were doing. They're simply fighting fire with fire, and Fallen is going to miss one shot at least. Dupree getting very close here, and Device will take him down. In a lot of trouble for the A-bomb side. Taco has to stay alive, but he's getting shot in the side of the head, and Kieran to take him down. Now for out in the open, he's going to fall as well, and ASTRALIS are getting dangerously close in this round. 2 versus 4.
2 versus 4, and really, Phelps, you can't really hang around here too much. He wants to get that AWP. That's exactly it. Cold Zero's going to be able to rotate over here to back him up, and sure enough, Phelps makes the grab. Now can they get out of here intact, because Zipnik's already rotated back through T-spawn. Wondering, but that was as clean as it gets from ASTRALIS. Getting the mid control, and then just an explosive play straight out onto the A site together as a unit. That's what you want to see. Not if you're an SK fan. But if you're ASTRALIS, you're pretty happy right now.
Or if you're a Counter-Strike fan, you just want to see the culmination of all those grenades being used to push Fallen back actually work. So that when the fight happens, it happens on the A-bomb site with just complete chaos. You could see Taco, even as Fallen goes down, Taco doesn't know where to stand. He's nowhere to stand on that bomb site. That's the whole point of pushing that far back.
I swear, I swear, like, time just stretches out when you're trying to save the gun, and you're just like, please roll over to the next round already. CS just like, actually, no, we're going to wait a couple more seconds here just to make it a little bit more tense. But Cold survives, Phelps as well, and so they will have some firepower to work with here in the second, in this next round for SK. Eventually, Device is like a heat-seeking missile, man. Fallen tried to run, but there was no hiding.
He's on 22, so gonna continue to fight it out here. 5-round gap. That isn't my main concern. I think SK can definitely make it back. I'm worried about their money. They might end up falling short on this first map just if they can't actually keep buying rifles. And they have got a fairly defensive setup once again. ASTRALIS not going to try and make their way through the smoke. They didn't quite check the corner. Oh, but he misses the spray. He goes down to the free. And now Taco has to go mega in this corner. He's got the FAMAS, and they're around the other side of the smoke. A bit of a grenade coming through. Taco getting one, going for the second. McClave is quick on the return, and now the bomb is going to be going down, and SK Gaming in so much trouble here. Device has got the angle covered off, and he doesn't realize that Phelps is over there, but still, it might be worth to back off here. There will be 13 rounds for ASTRALIS. They just can't do it, SK Gaming. They have to back off.
Now, resist that urge, Phelps. Resist it. Just back off. No need to go for repeaks. Just save the guns for the next round, because if you don't, you are going to be in a deep, dark place. But this is what makes it such a joy to watch ASTRALIS on T side. Their spacing, when they go into their executes, their spacing is so good. You saw that. Fur had a chance, but then the two players are there to face him. Taco gets one, but then Glaive is there to trade it. Every time they're moving together, when they get that killer death ball moving together, they're so good at trading their kills because no one guy is too far out ahead of the other. It's always possible to get the refrag. And that's excellent T side CS. That's what you want to see. 13-7 now. ASTRALIS 3 rounds away from picking up the first map in this quarterfinal. SK Gaming on the ropes, but they did save the guns, and so it looks like we will have a bye.
Oh, this is going to be down to the wire, isn't it? The gap is widened to 6, and we're starting to hear the ASTRALIS chants. They're coming back. They can feel it. They know their team is just a couple of rounds away here. 22 kills again on Device. That's outrageous. Him and Fur are having an actual battle right now in this game. Flash again to get the AWPer into position. So many of these players just revolve around getting either Fallen or Device on the other team into a position where they could use these guns And almost hitting the shot through, but not quite.
This is all going to come down to patience here from SK Gaming. They hardly have any nades to work with, and so they are trying to set traps like the one Fallen's got going. 2 players. Ooh. Wall bangs here from Device. Sadly, nobody's there waiting for him. But they need to hold on. Every nade right now for SK Gaming is worth its weight in gold. They have to hold on to them as long as possible, really stretch them out.
Look at where Fallen is, though.
Yeah, this is the kind of strat that they have to go for here. They're so limited right now, the SK, that they have to take risks.
Oh, this could pay out very well. Kirby wants to take the peek into main. If they realize that Fallen's in there, he can get wallbang down very quickly as well, so Sip is right on the other side for it. Running very low on time. Astralis have had a couple of pretty quick rounds. This time it looks like it's going to be closer to the end of the round, 40 seconds, and the bomb still in middle.
Just now starting to rotate over, and it looks like that's just going to be Glaive getting the boost for Kirby. Well, we have the full rotate. Is it going to wind up towards the B side? They are starting to collapse that way. Here, Astralis clearing out the angles in mid. We get the smoke wall down as well. And all this time, MD3 has been camping it out over in Sunroom. But this is going to be straight through vents. 2 players, soon to be 3 players here for SK Gaming, but a perfect flash annihilates Phelps. Nothing done there. Still 2 players alive, but a wallbang attempt. What is this? Cold crouching behind the box. He can make all the difference here, and sure enough, he picks up 1.
Coming for the smoke though, Fergal, he had to react. There's only 4 seconds. He's around the box trying to see if he can get the plant down. Taco with a headshot. Glaive coming out, but Taco's a hero, taking 3 kills and shutting down Astralis. That's incredibly close, but it works out in the end.
I want a replay of Taco's expression there at the end, waving the hand in the air. It's like, saying nothing, saying nothing. Do this all day. I can clutch all day. They have so much time to go and recover everything right now, so they save both AWPs. They're going to try and pick up as many nades as possible. But both of these teams, you can see the nerves starting to set in. When that clock starts ticking down, you have to get a little bit tense here.
I mean, any one mistake from SK in that round and they lose it. If Cole doesn't get the kill, if Fer doesn't pick up his one, like, it all culminated with that one push in there. That's massive, and Taco's been struggling a bit in this game, but this is just very well done. And if he waits there, who knows, maybe they get the setup Astralis.
So sick. He's such a beast. That is a big play right there. High impact frags, keeping his team in this game. And so now they decided to change it up. Cold Zero will be sporting the second IWP here for SK Gaming, and Fallen once again going aggro mid, but the angle here, Kirby, yep, right on the edge. He'll spot out Fallen's boots before Fallen spots him. Opening kill here for Astralis.
That's a very powerful way to get a round opened, and the money for SK Gaming, even if they won that round, they only had 2 members alive. I mean, it really wasn't a lot, so they're still in some trouble. Having lost Fallen, who again is trying to play aggressive, which it didn't work out this round, but I prefer Fallen to be that way. I want him to be the aggressive CT side over. That's what he does well. He might be one of the best players, in fact, in the world at that particular job. Don't know anyone who likes playing against him.
Well, we've got Overpass next, and that's when he can give that clinic, right?
Yeah.
This is how you play aggro mid with an AWP. Fallen, one of the very best at it. But that comes next, and you're pretty sure that SK want to be up 1-0 when they go into this next map. But Astralis right now, they've got everything here in their hands. They can break the SK economy and close it out right here in this round.
Move aggressive, actually. The flashbang setup is perfect. And he takes down Glaive. But now the gravitation from Astralis headed towards the B-bomb side, and there's nobody holding here. This is a brilliant mid-round call coming out of Glaive right now. He might be dead, but maybe that was what he needed to be to just get the presence of mind, because this is going to catch SK completely off guard. And even better, Sip is still in middle trying to catch any rotations. This is a very, very good round for them. Phelps goes down. They've got everything locked down. It'd be a miracle if SK can retake this bomb site. 4 versus 3. Everything right on this, and there's a headshot from MD3. They've got to back off.
And that snuffs it. Even some wallbang shots going through. You're not getting out of here intact. Zip is such a strong player to have in that position as well. SK knew that he was still around there. Still doesn't stop him from getting the kill. And so now, well, SK, they're just crossing their fingers and hoping that Astralis will have one shred of mercy and let them save, but we already have Kirby kind of lurking around the corner here. Cold Zero with the AWP, though, should be able to hit the shot every day of the week.
He's up on top, in fact, but there's a good flick. Manages to take him down. It will still be 14-8. in favor of Astralis here on the map that, after all, SK did pick. So, not really the end of the world, but always a bit unnerving when you end up losing your own map.
They keep saving just the bare necessities here. And we'll see Taco go for the UMP. It's just so many rounds for Astralis on T side. This has really been their half. SK Gaming are just fighting with their backs to the ropes. You can see Phelps falling, hardly anything to speak of here. Coldzera, just the AWP, lacking the nades. And so Astralis, they know they've got them in a death grip. They just need to keep squeezing here and taking advantage of their nades.
Moving towards the A-bomb site. The setup over here with Fur and Taco, obviously a powerful setup. It looks like they want to go a bit aggressive in towards Squeak and close the door in the face of Sip, but now comes the rest of the Astralis team, and Fallen is there helping out on the other angle, gets another headshot, taking down Kievu. It might have been enough here. Taco to take down Sipnix, looking a lot better for the Brazilian side in this round. Fur avoiding a bit of AK damage out of Glaive, who's now also alone. They need to keep everyone alive here. This is very important for SK Gaming. No more kills for Glaive. He's going to hit the headshot, and then he goes down to Taco, gets another triple. And they survived with 3 members. That's definitely a big thumbs up.
Never say die, Anders. That's what it's all about for SK Gaming, man. They never give up, and that's why both of these teams have won majors and are sitting at the top of the pack in CS. Doesn't matter what the score is, it's just one round at a time. And Astralis, they're right on the edge, but you can tell this hesitation here, just not able to find the kills. Well, Fallen, he's the one who makes all the difference. With the FAMAS from on high, 2 frags for him, and that pretty much shuts the round down for Astralis. Now Astralis are the ones who are going to be playing with that low eco. They're finally feeling the hurt just a little bit, but it's going to be a very quick mid-take from them.
That's an unbelievably aggressive push, and they're sort of expecting someone to be by the sandbags, making noise and trying to bait out anyone for a peek there. Fallen on the other side with the AWP. Is it going to be Device versus Fallen again? Quite a bit of the second half seems to have revolved around this particular battle, and while that's going on in middle, for say, yeah, but I want to have a bit of this map too. That's so aggressive. Astralis have got to be wondering, oh, there was a chance.
Oh, the HE! Device barely takes 8 damage. Just a clench moment there. Grit your teeth and hope that you're not going to take it too much there. But Taco, he gets the key info that at least they know where Device is, or they've spotted one player out. So they have that to work with here. Mid control now for Astralis, slowly but surely creating options for themselves. It's so important on the T side to have control of mid. It allows you to get the split, the flanks open onto either bomb site. So now it comes down to Glaive. Which one is he feeling right now?
Dupree's been waiting outside of B, so he's heard that there's not really been much movement around here. Could lead him to believe that there's only one player on the bomb side, which would be a mistake. Phelps has already got a grenade in hand. He's ready for the big flashbang to close this push in. Just look at him here. Hyper focus, just ready for it. And Coldzera with the AWP in the back. This is actually a pretty good defense setup from the Brazilian side. There's the first kill, taking down Glaive. SK are fighting back. The grenade only flashes once, and Kievu gets a refrag instantly. Sip with a kill on Phelps, and now Cold in the corner. So much trouble. They're trying to see if they can hunt him down. Oh my God! Coldzera! Are you kidding me? Takes both in one shot, and the next one from Taco, dropping Dupree, leaving Kievu now in a 1-on-3. That kind of a defense you don't see every day, ladies and gentlemen, and the time is going to run out. Kievu may have got a double, but SK Gaming are going to win the round. All hail Coldzera. How do you survive that?
That definitely deserves a chant from the SK fans. And clearly you don't. If you're Astralis, the collateral, there are players where it's just magical to watch them. In the heat of the moment, they just come up with the big play. Look at this. They line up perfectly. It's almost like he intended it. Obviously, he didn't, but I mean, that couldn't have worked out better. It wasn't 4 this time, Anders, but those 2 made the big difference there. This saves the round for SK Gaming at the very end. And while no bomb plant means that Astralis, they're going to be on a round of eco here, and SK Gaming have a chance to get just a little bit closer.
Unbelievable. Now you have to wonder, is that enough to get the rest of SK Gaming fired up? Is that the round that turned the tide here? 14-10. It's still a good lead for Astralis, but their economy suffering on the Device with the 1 saved AWP to take down Fur. Now SK really got to focus on this round. Don't give anything away. That grenade, did it knock the rifle back?
Made a little bit of noise there as well. And Device not going to be actually giving anything here for Taco. He will run away, and so Taco's going to hear this sort of thing. All of this audio information is playing into it, and in the meantime, they rotated an extra man over towards the A site to help bolster that defense. With Fallen waiting in mid. Fallen with the AWP. He's about to get his chance. And Glaive going for the jiggle peaks, and sure enough, Fallen has the chance, but he misses the shot.
Oh, they're getting very close, but a great play here from SK Gaming. Just to set up with Phelps, making sure that nobody could run Fallen down. You want to see more out of that call. Sierra has been dropped fairly low, but there's only 30 seconds here for Astralis, so even if they've been good at getting the opening battles, I feel like right now SK are pretty much in control of this round. Kirby trying to move closer with the Deagle. They are dropping just a bit too low for comfort. Fallen also taking damage. Glaive will get the kill on Cold. Sierra, and well, there's a bit of a return from Phelps, but there's a headshot from Kirby, and Fallen is so low. There's only 10 seconds left. He's going to make the cross. Almost getting it, but now it's a 2-on-2. And Glaive covering the vents. Is he going to be quick enough to get this reaction shot? Tech9 instead, and they're trying to see if they can double up on it. He's got all the bullets in the world here, hearing the noise and hiding. Glaive, look at the focus. Look at his face right now. He's counting the seconds. He knows they have to move. When is going to be the time? There's not going to be any help from Kirby. He's just inside the bomb side holding. Bomb is ticking, and SK Gaming trying to edge their way on. There's the shot from Fallen, but Glaive comes back, and Fallen's on 19 health for this 1v1. Glaive overextending, and Fallen gets the round. So close, but it will be the round for SK Gaming. Just one step too far to the side, and we're looking at 14-11.
I'm stunned. Just because how does Fallen? He has one shot and he hits that Glaive. We got to check his desk. There might be a hole in it. Fighter just put his fist through it after coming that close to winning, and Kirby with the dig.
I mean, there's definitely a world in which Kirby also just team kills team kills Glaive there. I can't believe it.
The thing is, I thought that Kirby was watching checkered, left side, not right side. Glaive has got right side. And so perhaps a miscommunication there from Astralis as far as who is watching which angle, because they shouldn't be able to get out for free behind Glaive that way. But still,
oh my God.
It happened, and Fallen, is he thinking about it? For a moment there's right on the edge, and he gets the leg shot on Zipnex, but it's going to be an explosive play here from Astralis. Straight through the smoke, although the anti-blasts are costing him.
How does he stay alive for that long? I just don't even know. Dupree gets a headshot, but Fur is in position to just explode here. He's got the UMP, but he gets shot down. There's a team kill in the middle of all of that nonsense, and suddenly it's a 2-on-2, and SK coming in with a flank as well. This could be a really decisive round here. Astralis can't have that much money left, and SK Gaming, they need to hold on to this map. The bomb is not down yet, so SK need to take a deep breath.
There's the peak, and misses it. Cold misses it. The shot. And now it's on Phelps, and it seems like Dupree's got a pretty good idea where he's coming from, obviously, with the nades going through. It's not going to help, and Phelps, a little bit of spray damage, but Glaive is still alive. He gets the headshot, and look, the spray! Another one! Somehow, back-to-back rounds that Astralis should lock down every day of the week, and SK, they managed to pull it off. Glaive is going to be beside himself. Back-to-back rounds. He's the key player.
You can see the head shake, and they can absolutely sense the atmosphere here at the Torrent Arena. SK are creeping back in this game. 14-12 is now the scoreline. They're getting ever closer to a win here, and Dupree, he wants to close out this game right now. He wants this to be over already, but it's not. SK with the AWP on Fallen. Now they have a bit more utility, a couple of more grenades here, and the Danish team still able to buy that bomb plant. Saves them every single time. If not for the bomb plant, they have to eco.
Yeah. Exactly right. No bomb plant, no monies. But they will have just a little bit. Glaive is going to cut it. Well, no, he's got the Kevlar. He should have the Kevlar at least. It's a question of whether he's going to get the nades or not. He took the hit economically, dropping for his mates. Deep breath, Anders. Deep breath. Again, this is as good as it gets. Perfect.
Look at that beginning from Astralis. It looked like they would slam the door right on SK's fingers and just say, that's it, move on to map number 2. There's a reason why SK are double major winners. Very interesting. 27th round. And let's see how this one unfolds. All of these rounds, it seems like no matter what the actual man situation is, there's always a chance for a comeback. There's always an opening. And this is what we love. Two men on the bomb side. Hiding quite far back in checkered is always dangerous. You can really get punished back here, Phelps, if they have just one Molotov, then can spiral out of control.
It's a question of where Zip is on the map. He's the one sporting it, but usual habitat, his usual territory. He's over here on the A side towards Squeak, waiting for SK Gaming to make the first move, but that is just not gonna happen. Both of these teams are playing it so safe. Nobody wants to make the mistake here that's gonna cost their team a round. This first map is of all importance. This is the first map in this best of 3.
Hiding so far back on the bomb side. I'm not a big fan of this, although they do have Fur very close by with a Molotov, so if he can get in quick enough and Molotov on the bomb side, maybe the defense will hold, but generally speaking, if you're this far back, you don't have a lot of time to react, and the device in the middle taking down Fall, and again winning that battle, and actually look at how the plan changes. The bomb is in checkered.
Exactly, that's the thing. Miscommunication from Astralis. They had no idea that Dupree actually had the bomb in checkered. It looked like they just instantly started running towards A, so it's going to turn into a fake, it looks like. Device going to try and make some noise over here. Bait.
Well,
the rotation,
it's working.
Except the Taco is boosted up. Do they need to do anything? He's going to be able to look over any smokes. He's going to be able to say, well, actually, nobody's here, boys.
No, it's the fake of the century right now. Taco goes down, grenade out, but that's not the big problem. Phelps is out of the B bomb side, and the pre now walking in right in front of the smoke. He doesn't wait for it. Phelps still goes down. Oh, that could have cost him the round. 10 seconds. And now for in a 1 versus 4 here, and the bomb is already down. He has got the kit, but they have to gift this one to him, and he knows it already. He has to back off. What a call. Headshot from Fur, but it's not enough. He has to try and save his rifle. He's going to get one more, but the decision has already been made, and SK have no money. They only have this rifle the next round. This is a catastrophe.
Oh, he's going to get Glaive as well. Yep. Oh, boy. Quad kill, and this got far too expensive for Astralis. They don't have a whole lot of money in the bank here, Anders. You do not want to be throwing away all of these guns. Their lives just got a little bit more difficult here when it comes down to closing this map at match point. Whereas Fur, he gets the AK. It is perfect as far as he's concerned. He can drop a rifle for a teammate or 2 UMPs. 2 UMPs wouldn't be bad. And we'll see. They finally succeed. They had so much room to work with Astralis that they just have to grind one round after another, 15 to 12, and now they've finally done it. But it looks like we will have the timeout, the tactical getting called here, and it's the perfect time for SK. You got to do it. Take a minute to breathe.
And just imagine, this is absolute madness. Like, what are we witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen? This is almost too much to handle. At this point, Astralis know they're just a couple of seconds away. They're the ones who've taken the tactical timeout here. They want everybody to cool down. Want to see how this unfolds here. I think they should have hunted for that AK anyway. They must know that SK have no money. Even if they lose everybody, if they can just get the AK away, it's worth it. But that doesn't work. And now, especially on Fur, who has the armor and everything else, I mean, let's not forget, Fur has 27 kills right now. So he might be the one player you don't want escaping with that kind of firepower. Exactly.
That makes all the difference on CT's side. That one-shot headshot capability. But Fallen's on a USP?
They don't have anything. they had no money at all. So you're right, the WMP being dropped, C-set 75 on USP, probably just to get the extra grenades in there. It's map point for Astralis here as the game has resumed. First map in the quarterfinals between Astralis and SK Gaming. And what a tense match it has been already. And once again, Astralis off to a very slow start. You see Dupree lingering outside of B really far back. He does not want to get caught at all. Wants to make sure that if they try and flash their way in, he's going to be miles away.
Oh man, the tension. This is what you live for. AK, WMP, and let's go, a dream. But both teams right now, again, slow and steady. They're going to be looking for that shot on the man on short. The double boost as well for Astralis, an explosive strategy. They have the Molotov as well, going to go straight into vents, and so they don't have to worry about that angle. Do they have one for sandbags? It doesn't look like they have anything. Oh, Device has one, so we'll see if he decides to put it back there, but right now he is hoping that Fallen oversteps. Doesn't matter. Dupree finds Phelps getting aggressive in B holes. SK actually going for it, and it ends up costing them. This could wind up here for Astralis, but there's so little time left. 30 seconds left in the round, and Astralis, they need to get going.
They're getting the bomb towards the A-bomb side, and it's pretty much too late to change their mind anyway, so they sort of have to go for it. And I think they should have pushed B anyway. That was not a bad idea for SK Gaming. Some utility, they need to figure something out. Dupree goes down to Cold Zero now. Is anyone going to move out of the A-bomb side? No, they're still here waiting. Spray through, actually catches Fur. A lot of damage onto him. And now he's hiding in the corner, going to get taken down. Falling close with the USB. Gets the kill, picks up the AWP. And now it's 6 seconds. The bomb is going to go down, yes, but Fallen, this is where he should come alive. He's got the angle for it. They have to go and fight him eventually. No, they just smoke him off, and the Cold Zero's coming in as well. Astralis, 2 more kills, and the first map is theirs, but Fallen says no. There's the one. Now can he get another 2? C-set 70 out for Cold Zero, looking for the kill. He takes down Sip and Glaive in the corner. Sprays 1 and coming in, and there's the second. Astralis going to pick up the first map of the quarterfinals against SK Gaming. That took a lot longer than they would have wanted to, and the fight is not even